Good-Morrow, and you know that it was written by Donne, and already you have read it. So can anyone share how many stanzas are there in the poem? Three stanzas, and it's a really an interesting poem. So we are going there one by one. Okay. First of all, we will try to highlight some views. Already, this is one of the pictures you have seen. The picture indicates a word. It's a town or the village.
The village.
It's obviously a village one. Okay. And very natural. Nature is there, calm and quiet. So it indicates that simplicity is there. How it is related with the poem later on we will discuss one after another. But you should try to see and observe and evaluate all the views very closely. What it is, why I have used the colors here. Then next one. So the scenery is very familiar to you. In our country, we say all the children when they were kids, they were living in their villages, or they used to live in their village. Even we used to live in our village. We try to do it naturally and without having any reason. No one even insisted, no one even encourages you to do that, but to follow. Is there any things, can anyone explain these things? How to you cope up with this? To expose your simplicity, to expose your innocence, ideas, mind. You have done it whenever you are in church. Next one, very interesting and familiar to you. We used to do it when we were in village. Even the children who live in the village, they are also doing the same thing. They jump it whenever they have got any diving over the water, and they try to jump over from the tree or bank of the river, bank of the pond as well. The next one is very familiar too. You are habituated with it as well. Now question, how these are related with the poem as you have read the poem. And we know that Good-Morrow actually is a poem of love. But so far we have seen that the pictures are not showing those things. The pictures are telling something else. Country activities, sorry? How?
This kind of joy is for us, because we are not they used to do it, but still we are doing.
Anything else?
It is showing the connectivity with to nature.
To nature? Powerful nature. But love, how love is connected or relevant with the nature, or close to the nature? Because of his childhood. The love comes always after childhood, whenever you are becoming adult or in adolescence age. But in that time he doesn't know, the boy doesn't know what love is, but he is doing this.
Doing unknowingly. Innocent love.
Okay.
Love.
The next one is also interesting, you see. I think most of you have the experience also. To collect the juice, dead juice from the tree, the group of companions. It's interesting. Do you have any experience? No.
Sir, I do have.
Okay, another invention is coming for you. Very Twas. We used to drive it and we play with it. Next one, almost the same. You have experiences. Why you are doing, why you are pulling, you don't know, but you get the pleasure. and these are the very close to the poem to understand the theme of the poem. Next one. So before it, at first we were trying to analyze something else. What conceits? We know that Good-Morrow is considered as a metaphysical poem, and Donne is considered as a metaphysical poet. So what conceits? A conceit is a composition between two far-fetched things. Far-fetched. In the last class we told. What? These are the beyond our imagination, and two dissimilar but beyond our imagination physical existence. Actually, this type of things, whenever you are compared, these are called the word metaphysical conceits. Okay, the things compared are openly dissimilar. This kind of comparison creates surprise among the readers and gives them pleasure of discovery. In the Good-Morrow, there are several conceits. What the conceits are used? At first, we try to highlight those things. First of all, the comparison between the unaware lovers and the breastfeed babies. Already in a picture we may have shown it. Breastfeeding baby. The relationship between the mother and child should not be compared with the adult boy and girl's love. These are the completely dissimilar. But you have seen that whenever the baby is taking the breast of what? The mother. When the mother feeds her baby milk. So the relationship is very innocent, very simple. Similarly, whenever two young couple fall in love and they love each other, and if their mind is fresh, their activities, their every things should be considered with the breastfeeding. That's why it is connected. But have you noticed, these are beyond our imagination. We have never thought such a way that love affection can be like that. It indicates our innocence of the love. Innocence of the love. Don't forget it. And the second comparison between the unconscious lovers and seven sleepers who slept for 200 years. Later on we'll discuss it in details. The comparison between the lovers, micro world, and the real world. Two hemispheres. With the two hemispheres we have seen that it is compared. The comparison between the two hemispheres and the two lovers. Next, we are going to explain about the seven sleepers then. Do you have any idea about the seven sleepers then? Straight? What type of illusion it is? What is an illusion? Not illusion. Illusion and illusion, these are the different. What is an illusion? References, close references are taken from the different sources. There are four kinds of illusion. One is biblical or religion, another historical, another geographical, and fourth one is cultural. And this is what type of? This is biblical reference. Okay, obviously. So this is the seven sleepers. You have seen there is a den. For example, there's an artistic view. We have seen. How many people are there? How many people are there? Seven. They are the brothers. Do you know the history of the seven sleepers den? Can anyone mention? Please.
There were the seven young ones, and after many centuries they were alive in this day.
Then
they were sleeping.
Okay. We know the reference is taken from the Bible. It means it indicates it's a biblical allusion, a reference, and it is related with the Christianity. According to Christian belief or the Bible, we know that one day in a state, in a kingship, there was a king who goes against the religion. But these seven brothers protested against the ruling king. Even the king became also a tyrant, an autocratic one. He suppressed the people, dominated the people, brutal. That's why these 7 brothers protested. But one day, the king realizes that if the 7 brothers are allowed to do it frequently, most of the people will be, or would be what? Goes against the king. Will go against the king. And there will be a revelation. Better to kill them. That's why he has sent a number of soldiers to catch them and to make them dead. So whenever the news goes to the 7 brothers, they thought that they should leave the state, and they had decided that they should drive away to somewhere else. But whenever they started running towards, in that time the soldiers are also driving them. Whenever they reaches to the upper of the hill, there was a cave. They became tired. They entered the cave or den, and whenever they entered the cave, suddenly a huge stone blocked the mouth of the or the door of the cave, and the soldiers tries to remove it, but they failed, and they thought that the 7 brothers must die as number of soldiers tries to remove it. So they came back, and whenever the 7 brothers entered the cave, as they were tired and they became asleep. They got asleep. And how long they slept there? 200 years, 2 centuries, 200 years. After 200 years, whenever they woke up, and they felt that they are hungry now. They were hungry. So it's better to come out. And whenever they come to the mouth of the cave, automatically the stone removed. And they came out and they went to the local market. They purchased some goods and commodity and the foods. But problem arises there. Whenever they paid the money, the traders could understand that the currency is not available now. And one of the traders understood that these are those 7 brothers to whom they have heard the news. Okay? This is the reason. So, it's true. Now question to you. Why the love affection between or of 2 couples are compared to the 7 sleepers dream? Their sleep. Can anyone tell that?
Their love will be alive, be like that. After many centuries.
Is it possible?
Sir, it's because of the bonding. Because when the soldiers came, the brothers never left each other, and they always supported.
It is one of the reasons. Another? Anyone can support or anyone can add?
Maybe they were unaware of the facts.
Unaware about the facts.
Outside the cave, and maybe the speaker wanted to compare the person that the lover beloved, the speaker and his beloved. Maybe they were unaware of themselves, their
Long-lasting
existence.
relationships.
Long-lasting relationship.
They sleep 2 centuries, but they just feel that their friends asleep as 6 or 7 years, 6 or 7
Hours.
6 or 7 hours.
It's shorter sleep, they thought.
But it was like 2 centuries. So their love is compared with this.
Their love is
Unconscious, unaware love. So from our practical life, we will see that whenever a couple, young boy or a young girl fall in love, we see that they spend how many hours, they don't know.
They feel that
What they are doing, whenever they started their gossiping from the very beginning, the sun sets, and they thought, oh, only we talked to each other only a few minutes. How they have passed their time, they don't know. It's unconscious love. It's there. So similarly, it happens. Okay. Frequently, you see that. Frequently, I asked a question myself. Whenever we go to the park, we see that the couples are gossiping and gossiping hours after hours. But what they actually talk to each other, This is my curiosity. We don't know. We don't know. That's why it is what? It is compared to the seventh liberty. Similarly, you will see that this couple will intend that, oh, tomorrow at the morning or the 10 or 12 we will come here again, and they are talking and talking and talking, but their words are not finished, ended. So it is like that, okay? That's why it is
Have you
compared.
ever talked in this way?
That's a great question to you. Okay, this is what? Two hemispheres. So the love of a couple is compared to this hemispheres. This is another conceit we have already put. Now already we have mentioned this one. The scenery is breastfeeding scenery, the relationship between a child and a mother when a child is breastfeeding. Okay? So now we are going to analyze